Welcome to Penny for Your Shots, Conversations and Cocktails with Brilliant Women, the podcast where we uncork the stories and insights of exceptional female leaders from all walks of life. Our goal is to serve up wisdom, tips, and inspiration, and to support each other in rediscovering ourselves and what sets our souls on fire. We'll also share personal memories, paired with friends and a favorite beverage. I'm your host, Penny Fitzgerald, and I believe that the best stories are served up over a glass of wine or a cocktail. So grab a glass, get comfy, and let's pour ourselves into Penny for Your Shots. In this episode, Karen Baker shares her journey from leaving corporate life due to ethical concerns to building a successful career as a co-owner of K2 Capital Management and the owner of a thriving bookkeeping business, K.S. Baker and Associates. Karen opens up about the challenges and rewards of entrepreneurship, her passion for helping small businesses succeed, and how she balances her professional life with her creative hobbies. Tune in to hear Karen's insights on financial management, the importance of following your passions, and the joys of making a difference in her clients' lives. Here is Karen Baker.
Ooh. Can you hear me?
I can. I'm going to turn you up a little bit, though, so I can hear you better.
Okay.
I miss you.
I miss you. I know. Every time I don't see you at the meetings, like, where's Penny?
Yeah, it's a good group.
It is. It's growing. Sure. A lot of new people, a lot of new ladies.
Nice.
Which is cool. But I miss the old ones too that don't come at all.
Yeah.
But at least we see you occasionally.
That's right. And hopefully some of our girls will join us in the fall. Maybe they'll come back.
Hope so.
Yeah. So I'll edit if we say anything goofy or.
I'm sure I'll say something goofy. There's no doubt.
No worries. Sometimes that's fun.
Yeah, sometimes it is fun. Sometimes I'm just like sound like an idiot. So we'll see what happens.
No, you won't. You will not sound like an idiot. Wow. Okay. So tell us a little bit about you and what you do.
I'm Karen Baker, and I am co-owner of K2 Capital Management with my business partner and partner. And that is basically an insurance agency. We offer the personal types of insurance, such as life insurance, health, not auto and homeowners. We don't insure things, we insure people.
Okay.
I guess that makes sense. And we've been working together for about 10 years. We've been together now almost 11. Together personally and professionally for almost 11 years. Kind of happened close to the same time. And I alone own K.S. Baker and Associates, which is a bookkeeping and tax preparation business.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. I have a pretty diverse background in the financial industry. You name it, I've probably done it.
Mm-hmm.
And long story short, I left some corporate jobs and positions for ethical reasons, and decided to go out on my own. And the last corporation I worked for was where I met Dave, my significant other.
Okay.
He was my boss.
Oh.
One of my bosses. There was a management team, but it wasn't a great company to work for. So I decided they just didn't treat their people the way I feel like we deserve to be treated.
Mm-hmm.
So I went out on my own just to be an independent insurance agent all by myself. And he ended up following me and joining me. And then four other people from the same company joined us.
Oh, nice.
So I ended up with an agency instead of just being an independent advisor by myself. And then I wanted to offer our clients other services because I have so much experience and education in the entire financial industry. So long story short, tried a couple things that were not well timed. And I decided, well, I like numbers. I did some bookkeeping in the past. I took some accounting courses. Why don't I pursue that? So that's what I do. And I love it. And I'm furthering my education in that field. I'm a certified QuickBooks Pro advisor, doing really well with that. And that's what I do.
Okay.
Just a
Who
little
are
bit
your
of my background.
main? That's very cool. So who do you mainly serve, like with your QuickBooks and bookkeeping services? Who's your ideal client?
I have quite a variety of different, they're all business owners,
Mm-hmm.
but I have a variety of different types of businesses. I have a printing business. I have a window uh, window covering company that I work with. I have a couple of real estate agents
Oh, wow.
that don't really need a whole lot of my time. They basically just need a little bit of babysitting as far as their spending goes
Okay.
on their expenses. And so I'm kind of a babysitter sometimes too, in that respect.
Yep.
Um, I have a pretty wide variety.
Yeah. Would you say it's mostly entrepreneurs so they can focus? I mean, I feel like you're helping them be able to focus on the things that they're good at and take off their plate some of those things that maybe are a little bit more not quite as intuitive for them.
Yeah, exactly. I have a couple clients that don't even want to look at their books. They don't have
Mm-hmm.
time to look at their books because that's not what they do.
Mm-hmm.
So they have entrusted me to pretty much take over the whole thing. And of course, I keep in contact with them about what's going on, send them regular reports. I don't just have carte blanche into their accounts or anything like that. I can't I can't initiate transactions in their accounts. I just track them and
Yeah.
report to them what's going on. Maybe you're spending a little bit more here than what's productive for you.
Okay.
Um, I have one client that spent $8,000 last year on lunches
Oh, wow.
and had no idea.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's time to call DoorDash. We don't have time to go to lunch. Apparently they don't have time to go to the grocery store either and just bring a sandwich, but that's whatever works for you, I suppose.
Uh-huh.
But I had to point that out to them and they were like, oh, we had no idea we were spending that much on something that's not helping the business very much. So just little things like that I can help my clients see that
Okay.
they don't already see.
Yeah.
And I like being part of the success of my clients. If they're doing well, and I'm maybe helping them to do well because I'm showing them these things that they didn't realize.
Mm-hmm.
I like that part of what I do.
That's neat. So do you take the initiative then if you like, are you co pretty constantly, I would say, monitoring what they're doing and then giving them a heads up when you see something that's a little out of whack or something that doesn't seem normal?
Yeah, one thing I can do if a client is doing a certain amount of business with one of their clients and their expense ratio for that particular client
Mhm.
seems a little high in comparison to the revenue that they're bringing in from that client, I
Mhm.
can point that out.
Okay.
Maybe make recommendations or at least point them out so they can
Mhm.
figure out what they need to do to make
Yeah.
that a better situation.
Yeah, I would think that would be very helpful because they don't know what they don't know. And
Exactly.
yeah, and they don't know what to ask you. So you seeing those things and being proactive and helping them see that, I think that would be very
Hmm.
beneficial for your clients.
And I love that part. I mean, I've always been a numbers person. So actually
Mhm.
sitting at my computer doing all of this stuff, I'm kind of a nerd weirdo. I enjoy that part of it too, which is weird.
Uh-huh.
But it's just the personal connection with my clients and helping them with their success is awesome. I love
That's
that
so
part.
cool. Yeah, I would think most entrepreneurs would just feel like, ugh, about the numbers piece of it, you know?
Well, a couple of my clients as well that I took on that had already been using QuickBooks, they're not accountants. They're not bookkeepers.
Right.
That's not what they know.
Yeah.
So they didn't have it, they had it all wrong in their
Yeah.
books.
Oh my.
And
Yikes.
I've had to spend some time cleaning those books up for them.
Yeah.
and showing them what changes I made. And it's up to my client how involved they want to be in their bookkeeping. If they
Okay.
don't even ever want to look at it, that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
As long as I show them everything that's going on. And some want
Mm-hmm.
to participate. Some want to enter things themselves and just have me take a look and see if it was correct or
Mm-hmm.
make changes that might need made or whatever. So my
Yeah.
clients get to decide how much of my service they need or
Okay.
want. Some clients, I have a couple of clients that don't really want me to do anything. They just want to do it themselves and then have me look at it after
Okay.
the fact.
Okay.
So that's always going to be the client's choice.
Okay. Yeah, I would think that, you looking at the trends, and you seeing, you having comparison, you have other companies that you can kind of look at and compare and see, okay, this is out of whack for you versus this other company that's
Mhm.
similar. That would be
Yeah,
very helpful. Hmm.
exactly.
Yeah, cool. So you've been doing that a long time, haven't you, Karen?
I've been doing the bookkeeping for about 4 years,
Okay.
but I had some pretty good background knowledge before I went into it. QuickBooks has some fantastic training, and I've also taken some courses outside of QuickBooks because I really want to perfect this. This
Mm-hmm.
is my thing. I wish I had started doing this when I was younger, but I didn't, and that's okay.
Yeah,
You can start something new in your 50s.
absolutely. I did.
Yeah,
Late
exactly.
50s. Yeah.
And I'm in my late 50s as well. And my biggest end goal is to possibly become a CPA.
Oh,
And
cool.
I will be well into my 60s when
Yep.
and if that happens. And I shouldn't
Nothing
even
wrong
say
with
if
that.
because I'm really determined to make sure that it does happen.
Well, good.
Yeah.
Good for you and good for your
My
clients. Yeah, why not?
I want
I
to do the
mean,
best I can for them.
absolutely. And look at all of the experience you've gained to this point in these other areas where you're always, working with numbers, but now you have all this experience to back it up and you can kind of see how you can best serve your people with, taking it that next step.
Yeah. And having to clean up a couple of books, clients' books, was
Mm-hmm.
so educational for me because
Yeah,
I
I
can
bet.
see sometimes it's not really obvious how something should be categorized. When
Mm-hmm.
I look at it, certain clients' books and I see what they've done, I think, yeah, I see why they might have thought that was correct,
Okay.
but it's not. And I can educate them right back.
Mm-hmm.
Anytime I get education from what I'm doing, I always call
Oh,
that a win.
absolutely.
Always.
Yeah, experience is worth a lot
Yeah.
for all of you involved, like the client and you. That's
Mm-hmm.
amazing. Cool. So what do you love best about it?
What do I love so many things. Just being part of someone's success. I guess if we look, we're looking at a big picture answer to that question.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's some things that aren't quite so important. Like I like to sit down at my desk at home by myself and work from home. And it gives me an opportunity to do that. And I can make my own schedule and chart my own path and decide where I'm going with it. I don't have somebody else deciding
Oh,
what I
yeah.
need to do or when I need to do it or how I need
Mm-hmm.
to do it
Exactly.
because I do things my
Yeah.
way. That's why I don't work for somebody else anymore.
Yeah, I love being an entrepreneur too. Yeah, you still have and I don't know, many of my friends are entrepreneurs or work for
Mm-hmm.
themselves. And you can kind of get in the trap where you're working more hours than you would have if you were in a traditional job, but your hours bring you more joy because you're really making an impact for people.
That's okay with me because I like what I do, and just the fact that I can do it whenever I feel like doing it.
Hmm.
Um, it that just works for me. And
Yeah.
working from home is great because I can be sitting here working and I think, oh, I need to unload the dishwasher. So I'll go do that. And now it's done. I go back. Some people would be distracted at home with other stuff that needs done, it kind of works in the opposite way for me.
Mm-hmm.
Because it all gets done and I don't feel
Yeah.
distracted by it. I just,
Oh, right.
if my focus goes, oh, the dishes, I go do the dishes and I come back, and that
Mm-hmm.
just works for me.
Well, some of those things too, I feel like I wonder if you do too, that, I might have a big file that's loading or downloading, or it's crunching numbers in the background, and then I can go, stick in a load of laundry or,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. I'm not at work going, oh my gosh, my dishwasher needs unloaded, because I can just do it. Or
Mm-hmm.
take the dogs for a walk if I'm waiting for a file to download or something like that.
Yeah. Yep.
So it just, I'm able to manage my time better being at home.
Yeah.
And Dave goes to the office. So we're not together 24/7, which is probably a very
Yeah.
good thing. I need to be alone when I'm working anyway. I just need to be left alone.
Yeah. Yeah. Quiet time.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
just me and the
Yeah.
dogs.
So did that take you a while to come to? I mean, were you guys working under the same roof for a while? And how did that play out? Was it awkward at first?
No, when we first started, he didn't live with me when we first got together and first started the business.
Uh-huh.
We were just an insurance agency. We didn't have an office. A lot of insurance people don't have offices. They just work from home. And we once did a seminar, and a client said, I hesitate to do business with you because you don't have an office.
Oh.
And we talked about it and we thought, I think that kind of makes sense. Let's look for an office. So we did.
Mm-hmm.
And he loves going there. I've suggested maybe do we really need the office now? Did we ever really need it? I don't know. Did we? Yeah, I think we did. And I think we do. He needs to be there. That's where he wants to be.
Okay.
And some of our agents that work for us come in there when they need
Okay.
to get some paperwork or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So it works. And if he was working at home too, he'd be bugging me all day.
Yeah, I would think that would be a little much.
Yeah. And he does work here at home sometimes, but
Yeah.
for the most part, he goes there. I stay here. Leave me alone. If he's here, hey, come here, look at this video. No, I'm working. Leave me alone.
Yeah. He's working.
Well, we can both kind of work and goof off at the same time. We're both able
Yeah.
to do that. But when he's goofing off, it doesn't mean I'm wanting to goof off.
Right. You
So
might not be in that mode in that moment.
it's probably why we get along so well, because yeah.
Yeah. Well, and it's nice to have the separation between work and home too, because you have your files and all of the equipment, the things that you need for work. It's nice not to have that in your space where you're always seeing it and not being able to relax at home.
Even though when we're sitting at the dinner table, we're always talking about work. But that's okay, because that's who we are and that's what we do. And yeah, we'll talk about other things too. It always just comes up. Oh, I had a client today that this and this. Okay, sometimes I don't really want to talk about work, but
Yeah.
it's okay. It's the way
You
it
just
is.
find a
It's who we
balance.
are. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. I've been reading a lot more and hearing a lot more on like podcasts and that kind of thing about outsourcing the tasks, as many tasks as you can, to free up your own time and your ability to focus on those things that you're really, really good at, and then get rid of those things, like bookkeeping that you're not.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys outsource any of your menial tasks that you don't that draw you away from actually serving your clients?
We don't.
Uh-huh.
I do all of that stuff and I like doing it.
Okay.
I told you earlier I
Yep.
was a weirdo. I like doing that stuff.
Uh-huh.
And
Well, if
I
it
like,
brings you joy, why
it
not?
brings me joy. It makes me feel productive and worthy and useful. Not that I should need that to feel those things, but it does that. I know it's
Yeah.
done right. I'm
Yes.
in our business, we often have to call in, say, insurance companies or financial institutions. And so often the person we are talking to has no clue what they're talking about.
Oh,
And
wow.
I feel a little hesitation to let somebody else do stuff I need to get done for that reason. So
Yeah.
many people don't know their jobs anymore.
Wow. Yeah, I would think if you have a relationship with someone that you know is going to do it right,
And
that you've helped train even,
yeah,
that would be
that would be
different.
different. I think a lot of it is a lot of companies maybe don't have adequate training anymore.
Mm.
Companies are trying to cut costs. Maybe they don't want to train their people as well. I've always had just really, really good training in most of my jobs. And if I am going to train somebody to help me, it will be very adequate and very thorough. I just,
It's not helpful if it's not. If they can't do their job in the right
exactly.
way, it's not going to help you.
I like doing things myself.
Yeah.
That's going to have to end at some point, but
Mm-hmm.
for right now, I'm good. I'm in a good place.
Well, that's good. Yeah, I feel like, yeah, it's at a certain point, you can't scale your business. You can't grow if you're doing everything yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need
Mm. There's a
control freak.
line.
Control freak, maybe.
Maybe.
I'm not really. I'm really not.
Yeah. Well, I think it comes. It'll come to you when it's time and
Well, I
you'll
also want
know.
to get to a place where I have more free time because during COVID, I took up some hobbies
Yeah.
and I'd like to have more time to do those things. And I don't
Yeah.
have that time right now.
Oh, like what? What hobbies do you have?
Excuse me. We'll have to end.
Bless you.
Um,
Yep, I can.
I like to paint. I also volunteer at a thrift store and I bring things home to
Nice.
paint and refurbish and things like that.
Yeah.
And that is one hobby that I am spending time on is volunteering at the store.
Nice.
Just art stuff.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
been,
What kind of painting? Like, are you taking like furniture pieces and repurposing them, or
I'm,
what kind of
I'm
stuff?
doing that and I'm painting on canvas and
Oh,
just
wow.
stuff. And I'm not very good and I really don't care. It's also therapeutic.
Yeah, I would bet.
I have a client that is an art therapist. She
Oh,
uses
wow.
art in her practice.
Uh-huh.
And I thought that makes a lot of sense. So that's why I started doing all of these things because
Nice.
it's very therapeutic. Really, it is.
Wow. That's cool. What kind of painting is it? Like acrylic or
Whatever.
anything?
I'm just
Yeah.
trying different things.
Yeah.
I'm kind of good with watercolor on just on paper. The rest of
Yeah.
it's a little over my head, but I still don't care. I think it's just the color, just seeing all the color
Yeah,
that's
nice.
stimulating up
Yeah,
there.
absolutely. Well, and nobody is good at something the first time they try it, or, even after a little bit of practice. It takes time
Yeah, I
for
just need
everything.
I just need more time to do it.
Yeah, right. Right. Well, and there you go.
There you go.
Taking some things off your plate.
There you just talked me into it.
Well, it's what I'm here for. It's what I do.
It's all good. It's all good.
Oh, fun. Well, and are you still okay? So my audience doesn't know this, but I believe that we did karaoke together once. Do you still go sing sometimes?
I haven't in years. I do love to do it.
Yeah.
Um, I'm just not
I
a
remember you lighting up when you were singing.
I love to sing. I just
Yeah.
don't go out anymore in
Oh,
that
yeah, yeah. There's
go
that.
out. It's
Yeah.
that's the only reason I'm not doing it because I just don't go out
Yeah.
to those places. But
Right. Because all that's usually at a bar or out at night.
and I'm in bed.
Yeah.
I'm in bed. We generally go to bed early and just watch TV until we fall asleep.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And yeah, we were out until about 10:30 one night not too long ago, and I thought it was going to turn into a pumpkin.
Oh gosh.
I didn't, but
Here you
it's
are.
so weird because I used to go out at 10 when I was in
Yeah.
my
Oh yeah.
20s.
Yep. I did too. I loved being out, and I had a big time FOMO of, missing out on what's happening and
Yes.
all my friends and talking and
If
having a good
I'm not
time.
there, oh, that can't be. I have to
Yeah.
be there. Now it's like I don't want to go there.
Yeah. It's different. It's weird how it kind of shifts, but I guess it's normal. I hear that from a lot of people
When we grow up,
our generation. Yeah.
finally.
When we realize there are more things going on than the bars and
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
yeah, now I want to have a glass of wine around the kitchen table and sit and chat.
Well, we can do that too.
Yes, absolutely.
Do
For
that
sure.
soon. We'll do that soon.
Yes, for sure. Well, it's sneaking up on fall and I'll be coming back down
Good.
soon-ish.
Good.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah. Yeah. So, one of the things that I always ask my guests too is what's your favorite cocktail or um type of wine, or what would you like to drink if you were to have a beverage, what would you have?
Ugh, I really just don't. I really don't drink
You
these
used
days.
to.
I know I used to. Yeah, I really don't. I just kind of lost my desire to do so.
Yeah.
And since I had COVID, actually this time
Oh,
last year I had COVID,
yeah.
and things taste different to me since I had COVID.
Oh,
And
I've heard that from some people. Yeah.
nothing tastes good. I've tasted some
Yeah.
things and nothing tastes good.
One of our friends here in Iowa was talking about this too. He had COVID. I don't remember when it was, but he's a beef producer. He has cattle and they're Iowans. So, we're kind of in the middle of farm country, and he can't eat beef anymore. He
I've
doesn't like
heard,
the taste of it.
yeah, I've heard that from a lot of people. Most of the time things taste normal, but every once in a while I'll
Uh-huh.
eat something that I love. And yeah, when I had COVID too,
Wow.
everything tasted horrible.
Oh my gosh, that's scary to me because to me, my sense of taste is something that I really enjoy, and it really
Hmm.
is important to me. And, you can't control that. So
Especially
I
when
don't,
you were in the wine business, you have to have your
yes,
sense of taste.
right, right. You really have to smell and taste. And
Yeah,
yeah, I mean, all of that is super important it was important to what I was doing when I was doing wine tastings, but now it's just important for my
for your
pleasure. I
enjoyment.
really like to taste
Yeah.
things. And
And every once in a
yeah.
while I'll smell smoke that's not
Oh,
there.
that's
There's no
not
smoke.
there.
Yeah, so it's
Oh,
it's occasional,
uh-huh.
but it's annoying when it does happen. But
Yeah.
fortunately, it is only occasional. So I know some people
Okay.
that still can't taste things at all.
Wow. So maybe that'll come back. Maybe if it's occasional, maybe it's kind of working its way out of your system.
I hope so.
I hope so too.
I hope
Wow.
so.
Okay. Well, barring that, I know that you still like to have a good time. So what do you like, what's a memory of, talking with your girlfriends? What brings you back to, sitting and chatting with them? What memory do you have of that?
Sitting and chatting. Well, as you probably know, several of my friends from our Sassy Sisters group went to Italy.
Yes.
Several.
A few years back.
This was eight. How many years? That's been
It was just before I joined, I think.
6 years ago. And whenever it comes up in conversation, we all just kind of light up
Mm. Yeah.
when we talk about it because it was such a wonderful trip.
Oh, yeah. So how many of you went? There were like 5 or 6 of you?
It was including Susanna, the our
Yeah.
host. It was
Uh-huh.
nine.
9 of you. How
Nine.
fun. Wow. Okay, so tell me about it. What did you guys do?
Well, we did drink a lot of
Yeah.
wine and
A
eat a
little red
lot of
wine.
Italian food. And I
Yes.
actually lost 3 pounds. It makes no sense whatsoever. Um, 4 of us started in Venice. We spent 3 days in Venice.
Oh, nice.
And then the rest of us met up after that and went to a little, I guess you would call it a bed and breakfast.
Yeah. Oh, agriturismo, I think they call them in Italy. That it's
Yeah.
like out in the country and
It was in
on the
this little
farm.
tiny little village. And it was
Yes.
so beautiful and wonderful. And every day we would get in the car. She had like a van, and we just go to different towns each day.
Oh,
And she
nice.
knew exactly where to take us for the wine tastings and the food. And we went to an outdoor market one day on a
Nice.
lake. And oh, it was my first time in Europe anyway.
Oh,
So
wow.
I
Big
was in
trip.
I was in heaven just being in Europe.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
And
Were you in the Tuscan hillside by any chance? Did you go into Tuscany?
we didn't go that far west.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, we were mainly in Verona, kind of in that
In that
part of the
north, I
country,
think that's the
northeast.
northeast corner. Yeah. Oh,
Mhm.
lovely.
It was
That's Pinot
beautiful.
Grigio country.
Yeah. Oh, it was beautiful. It was phenomenal.
Yum. Oh, wow. And did you guys take a cooking class?
We did.
Oh, tell me about that.
That was great. We made
Yeah.
little raviolis,
Yes.
stuffed with, I think, spinach and some cheese. I don't remember the name because
Ricotta
they
or
have
something, maybe?
so many cheeses that I've never heard
Yes.
of, but they're wonderful. And we
Yes.
made a chicken dish.
Mm.
And it's funny, when we were making our pasta, we broke the eggs, and the egg yolks were like a different color than
Oh,
what
then
we're
ours
normally
here.
seeing. So I'm
Yeah.
thinking fresh eggs. They weren't
Yep.
from a grocery store.
Yep.
The color of the chicken meat was like really, really, really pink. So I'm thinking
Oh,
that didn't
yeah.
come from a grocery store either.
No, it was, yeah, off the farm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was just wonderful and
Wow.
so much fun.
Nice.
And we
Yeah.
got to eat what we made, of course. It
Yes.
was
Uh-huh.
fantastic.
Have you tried to recreate any of those dishes here once you got back? Like, do you still make pasta?
I really don't eat pasta much.
Yeah.
Um, no, I haven't, because I try to stay away from pasta, but I
Yeah.
sure ate it when I was there. And
Right. And
again,
you
I
lost
lost
two. Yeah.
3 pounds, so we did a lot of walking.
Yep. I
Lot.
lost weight in Italy too. And I was eating lard every lardone.
And we were probably eating it too, I'm
Praise
sure.
the lard. Yeah.
Yeah, praise the
Every
Lord.
meal. And they'd bring out this charcuterie board with fresh baked bread, and it was all, Italian like a baguette. Well,
Yeah.
it's French, but yeah, the Italian loaf. And it was hot out of the oven, and you'd put a piece of lardone lard on the bread, and it would melt
Oh,
right into it.
oh, we didn't do
Oh,
that. Oh, we
oh,
didn't have any of that. We had plenty of
yeah.
fantastic cheeses though with our bread, with our
Yes.
wines.
Yep.
And salami. We went to a place where they process the meat products, the salami and
Yeah.
the prosciutto and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
And then we went to another place, there's a farm where they made cheese. And
Nice.
I smuggled home some olives, which you're not supposed to do, but I got away with it. Some wonderful olives that I bought at a wine
Mm.
festival that we went to.
Oh, how nice. Yum.
Yeah.
There's nothing like it. I believe too that oh gosh, it's so different. The olive oil that you experience there is, I mean, just amazing.
Yeah, I bought some olive oil and some balsamic vinegar. I think
Yes.
one of my favorite days was we went to this farm. They had a vineyard and an olive grove,
Yes.
and they bottled it and sold it there. And we
Mm-hmm.
had to order whatever we wanted to buy and have it shipped over
Okay.
if we couldn't bring it. I think
Oh
we
yeah.
maybe could have
It has
brought
to go
some.
through some kind of like certification, I'm sure.
Yeah, I forget how that worked.
And tax. It's for
And
tax.
tax. Oh, it was. But I bought this awesome bottle of olive oil and balsamic. I still have the bottles because the bottles were so
Mm.
beautiful, and they're
Mm-hmm.
a souvenir. Of course, I love souvenirs. I love souvenirs. Um,
Yes.
and it was so good. It was just,
Mm.
it was wonderful.
Nice. Oh, what a fun trip.
I want to go back.
Yeah, yeah, I would love to join you.
Well, maybe we can plan another one.
I know, I know. I bet that was really fun with all the girls because our sassy sisters, they're amazing people and just so
Hmm.
fun to be around.
Yeah, my best friends,
Uh-huh.
really.
Really? Yeah, exactly. Um, yeah, when I first got to Florida, I was looking for a way to build my business and looking for, networking organizations that were more women focused.
Hmm.
And I came across them on a Google search and I thought, oh my gosh, these people sound fun. And, you know, business partners, sure, but yeah, friendships that have really been, down there that you guys are my friends too.
And if you're looking for a group of ladies to sell your wine to, you were in the right place for sure.
It was a really good place for my business
Yeah,
too.
no, we
Yes.
love you. The group we love you. We love it
Well,
when
I
you're
love you
here.
guys back.
We love it when you're here.
It's so fun. Yeah, it's a great, great, great group and very
Hmm.
giving and supportive of each other and just good people.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure. Well, what have I not asked you that you want to share with people?
Um, last, well, not last week, a couple weeks ago, August 10th, I went to Indiana for my 40-year high school reunion.
Oh, wow, fun.
And I still can't believe I'm old enough to have been out of high school for 40 years.
Mm-hmm.
That was pretty fun and awesome.
Yes.
Most people look
Reconnecting.
most people look good, really.
That's great.
A huge dog lover. I think anyone who knows me knows
Yes.
that already.
Yeah. How many dogs do you have?
I have two,
Uh-huh.
but I would have more if my house was a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
And the thrift store I mentioned earlier where I volunteer
Uh-huh.
raises money for an animal shelter.
Oh,
So
nice.
that's my thing.
I love that.
It's in Inglewood.
What's the name of that?
It's Inglewood Animal Rescue Sanctuary, otherwise
Okay.
known as EARS.
Oh, how cute.
Hmm. And we house
Great name.
cats, and we have a foster program for dogs.
Okay.
And I work in the thrift store, beautiful store. If you like
Mm,
thrifting,
I
gotta come to
do.
this store. It's the nicest thrift store I think I've ever seen, and
Wow,
I'm part of
cool.
it. So
Uh-huh.
I'm one of the people in the back that goes through the donations and decides what meets our standards to put out for sale or what we
Okay.
pass on to other organizations. We do
Okay.
donate to homeless organizations and that sort of thing too.
Okay.
We try to purpose everything that comes in one way or
Yeah.
another. And I'm really proud of the place, of the whole organization. It
Yeah,
means a lot
that's
to
neat.
me.
Very nice. Yeah, I love
Mhm.
thrifting and I have not come across that organization yet. So want to get back
Yeah.
down there. I'll have to
I'm,
come down.
I'm there often on Fridays,
Okay. Wonderful.
usually.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I will check it out. Love it.
Yes.
Okay, so you mentioned shoot, it escaped my mind. Something else. Oh, your 40th class reunion.
Yeah.
Mine was last year. So we're pretty close, but
Pretty close.
yeah, I got you beat by a year.
It was so great. We had it for the whole weekend. We had a baseball
Oh,
game Friday
nice.
night, a dinner
Uh-huh.
Saturday, and then a little picnic in the park Sunday. And the weather in Indiana was fabulous that week.
Oh,
I
cool.
think they're having a heat wave now. I think I timed it well. I go up there every
Mm-hmm.
year, 2 or 3 times to see my dad because he's still living and
Oh,
I'm
wonderful.
doing well. And so I spent
Good.
about a week and a half up there.
Uh-huh.
We had a family reunion the following Saturday,
Oh,
and it was just a great, best trip I've had up there in a long time. Just
oh, good
so
for
great.
you.
I'm still feeling it.
Nice. So your
Yeah.
dad is up there. Do you have other family members up there?
I don't have any other immediate family but my dad.
Okay.
He's it. But my cousins from that side of the family, several of them were there.
Nice. Oh,
Yeah,
I love it. Well, that sounds wonderful. It sounds like a great trip.
it was. I needed it too.
Nourishing. Yeah. It's
I
good to see
needed
old
it.
friends.
Yeah.
For sure. All right. Well, is there anything else that you want to talk about?
I can't think of anything really.
Okay. How can people find you if they want to? I mean, do you serve clients who are not physically located in Southwest Florida, or do you do everything just locally?
I myself as a bookkeeper
Mhm.
can service clients anywhere.
Wonderful.
We do have a website where it's actually in the process right now of being revamped, I guess, if you will. It's
Okay.
K2, the number 2, capital management, mgmt.com. And it lists most of the services that we do, but we're kind of working on making it a better site right now.
Okay. Okay.
And Dave, I'm not doing insurance myself anymore. Dave is licensed in several states for insurance. He does a
Okay.
lot of financial planning as well, because we have some really great annuity programs that
Okay.
allow you to take advantage of the upside of the stock market without suffering from the downside of it.
Okay.
So that's kind of what he spends most of his time on. But we have Medicare season coming up,
Oh,
and
right.
just healthcare season coming up in general. So, and
Yeah.
he's so knowledgeable in that area.
Okay.
I mean, he knows his stuff, and he will
Yeah.
go
It's a
out of the
lot.
box to find the best programs for anyone
Wow.
he's working with.
That's complicated.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. And he knows what he's doing, though. He knows where to go. He has great
Mhm.
resources that he can rely on to help
Nice.
give him guidance when he needs it, which he doesn't
Mhm.
need guidance very often. But he knows his stuff.
That's
Keep him
neat.
around. That's why I keep him around.
Good.
He's very good at what he does.
Oh, nice. Wonderful. Okay. Well, I will include links to your website and how to get a hold of you, your contact info, so people can
Oh,
find you if they would like to learn more or see if you can be of service with the bookkeeping. I'm sure that would be helpful to a lot of entrepreneurs.
yeah, and if someone's business is more than I can handle, I will be honest about it. Um, like, if a huge multi-million-dollar corporation wants me to do their books, which I'm sure isn't going to happen, I would say, that's more than I can handle. Um, but I love working with smaller businesses. I
Yeah.
love it.
Yeah, that sounds really rewarding and I'm sure
It
helpful for
is.
them too.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Karen, thank you so much. This has been fun. I'm glad we were finally able to connect.
I'm so sorry for the reschedules.
I get it. You've been traveling and it's been busy.
But it's been great. It's nice talking to you. Hopefully in
Yeah.
person soon.
Soonish. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Like late October, probably, or sometime
Okay.
in for sure November, if not
Oh, good.
before.
It'll be here.
Yeah.
It'll be here before we know it.
I know. Wow. Can't believe it's almost September.
And then it won't be so hot outside. Yay.
Yeah, right.
Oh,
Yeah. Stay inside and stay cool.
I'm due most of the time.
Yeah. Excellent. Okay. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Give the sisters a hug for me.
I will. I'll see them tomorrow night.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I will do that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Talk to you
Have
soon.
a great day. Okay. Bye-bye.
You too. Bye. That's a wrap on another spirited episode of Penny for Your Shots, conversations and cocktails with brilliant women. I hope you've enjoyed the intoxicating blend of wisdom, wit, and wonder that these incredible women bring to the table. Check out the show notes for links to resources referenced in today's episode. And remember to subscribe and raise a glass with me every Thirsty Thursday as we continue to serve up inspiration, celebrate resilience, and reignite the passions that set our souls on fire. If you've loved what you've heard, please share the podcast far and wide and leave a sparkling 5-star review to let me know your thoughts. It would also help tremendously if you would visit pennyforyourshots.com and subscribe to learn when new episodes are available and pick up my free recipe. In the meantime, remember that your story deserves to be served and savored. Cheers to your brilliance and of women everywhere. Until next time, keep sipping and experiencing life's extraordinary moments. This is Penny for Your Shots, signing off with a clink and a toast to us. Cheers.